Hi, everybody, and welcome. Thanks for joining us for this Spotlight Series video. I'm James Green, partner at ActualTech Media, and I'm joined today by Kris Moore, SVP of Engineering at iXsystems, to talk about data and storage. Kris, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
Would you mind telling the audience just a little bit about iXsystems before we get started?
Sure. So iXsystems, we've been around 20 plus years out in the Silicon Valley area, the San Francisco Bay. Most recently, companies or folks would probably know us from our FreeNAS product line. So if you've ever used FreeNAS in the past, which was the world's most popular open source storage, we're the guys behind that. And then recently, of course, we've rebranded that and FreeNAS has become TrueNAS. So that's how folks are getting to know us again today.
Cool. And I've been familiar with FreeNAS and then TrueNAS for a long time now. I know a lot of other people have as well. The breadth of use cases that the platform can address, I think, just continues to expand. Can you tell us today who is TrueNAS for?
So TrueNAS, again, it's a Swiss Army knife is how we've described it over the years. It could be all the way down to the little mini system with maybe 2 hard drives and you're using it to back up, your wife's photos from her iPhone kind of thing, or maybe your Plex library, all the way up to I have petabytes upon petabytes that I'm running for a VMware cluster or large media and entertainment type solutions. Really, it can scan again small to large very easily, and that's what I think a lot of our prosumer users really appreciate is that they can get an enterprise grade piece of software and use it at home and get comfortable and familiar with it, the same software they might be running at work.
Why is it that TrueNAS users opt for an open source storage platform that they have that level of control over versus kind of a, you know, commercial, more black box kind of storage appliance?
Well, undoubtedly your users have seen, but there's this big movement towards open. And we're some of the original guys behind that. Not only open source as in the way we do source code, but open in the sense that open standards and open protocols, no vendor lock-in. We're not saying you have to join our ecosystem and then we put you behind a walled ecosystem where you can't get your data out. TrueNAS is very transparent in how we operate, so you can go and use standard protocols like SMB or NFS, iSCSI, S3, you name it, and then we allow a lot of customization as well, which is what our users really appreciate, being able to run custom apps or plugins on top of their storage, and we don't really prevent you from doing that. Matter of fact, we encourage it, so that puts us in kind of a unique place in the market.
So it sounds like part of the draw anyway is being able to get exactly what you're after, no more, no less, just exactly what you're wanting.
Absolutely, really customize it to what you want for your solution.
Yeah. Now, I know there's some product news happening around TrueNAS Scale. Can you tell us about what that is?
Yeah, so of course we've had FreeNAS, and that's historically been a FreeBSD-based storage system. So Scale is the newest entry into the TrueNAS family of products. Scale is based on Debian Linux, and for the technical folks, you maybe understand what that means. But at a high level, that means we bring some new things to the party on TrueNAS potentially. Things like Kubernetes, being able to run Docker images, Linux containers, being able to scale out, hence the name Scale. We're using technologies such as Gluster and others to allow you to build clusters of storage now as well, not just a single server, single storage bucket, if you will.
General question, this probably involves Scale, but maybe any kind of TrueNAS platform. One of the other things that comes with one of those more black box appliance type things is often some level of support, a support contract and stuff like that. It's There are similar options available for TrueNAS systems, correct?
Absolutely. So TrueNAS Enterprise, of course, is our enterprise version, which comes with the hardened hardware, the software to match, some extra functionality around enclosure management, proactive support. Again, your bronze, silver, gold level support packages, the whole 9 yards, and that's predominantly sold again to our business community, who often we find later started off with the free open source version, maybe deployed it at home or in small scale in the lab, and then over time said, "This is fantastic. We should go buy an enterprise version of it and use this in production."
Cool. So, if you're tackling some new storage challenges or trying to do some new things with storage, I think the idea of being able to build and customize exactly what you want, no more, no less, is a compelling story there. Kris, if people want to learn more about TrueNAS or especially TrueNAS Scale, where should they go to find more about that?
So TrueNAS scale, or excuse me, TrueNAS.com actually is where you'll want to go to. And then on there, you'll be able to view the different TrueNAS family options. We have Core, which is the BSD open source version. We have Scale, which is currently in release candidate phase right now. So that'll be launching here in the next few months. And then, of course, information on our TrueNAS enterprise products as well. Because we're an open source community, very active forums, very active Reddit community, huge Discord channel, lots of ways for you to communicate and work with other TrueNAS users on a variety of solutions. Our developers even hang out in a lot of those places as well. So highly collaborative, and we look forward to talking to more users.
Great. Well, if that's of interest to you, I hope you'll check it out. Kris, thanks so much for being on this Spotlight Series segment today.
No, not a problem at all. Glad to be here, James.